can write a check, you can put cash in. Some people even put gambling chips in the offering plate. I'm not kidding. Because it's really giving not only to his church, it's giving to the Lord. So Dr. Lynn, would you scripture on your heart, whatever's in your heart, because you're my mentor. Do whatever you want.
The Lord shared with me the word stewardship. You know, Paul the Apostle thought very highly of stewardship of his calling and ministry. Let's pray. Let's believe, God, that our vision will even expand and extend and do more effectively than ever before. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for the privilege of being part of this great work right here at ICLV.
And the buckets are going to go around the aisles. Go ahead and give as the Lord leads your heart.
That is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints.
All right, man, we in here, man. Second time trying to, do this. I don't know what happened on the first go around. But yeah, let's talk, man. We're going to talk about Bud, according to his homeboy, Bernie, who can or cannot be reliable. Who knows? That Bud is only going to come back for 100 mil versus Canelo Alvarez. Also talking about Ryan Garcia trying to act like he didn't pop hot. A lot of the fans ain't going for it. Even you got the Brad media members not going for it. And then we're just going to end off with, really it ain't no support for black boxers, even amongst other black boxers. All right. So appreciate y'all for rocking out. Thumbs up the video, share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. So I guess Bernie sat down and did an interview with somebody and, talked about Crawford only come back and fight Canelo for 100 mil. And that's why on the front end, when it ain't no give or take and it's all take, Bud gonna make it difficult for him on the back end. So for the most part, Canelo, people saying don't really have nowhere else to go. He really else don't really have no worth no more. And I would agree with that. He's as worthy as, as a penny right now. So he has zero worth. I think they made the last penny not too long ago, right? So yeah, he really has no worth at this point. So why would Bud fight him? What do I get out of a rematch by beating you again? I already did what some people considered the impossible, and I already put hands, foot, toes, and elbows on you. What do I legit get from beating on Canelo a second time other than a payday? See, the thing about it was everybody knew behind the scenes he was willing to go in there and fight Canelo at 164 pounds. And when it came to Bud, all he didn't want to fight at 164 pounds. You had to come up to 168 and do a catch weight no catch weight, no rehydration clause, no none of that shit. So yeah, so at the end of the day, I'm not about to do you no favors and you know, you didn't do me any favors on the front end. You know what I'm saying? So you want me, and this is why I tell black people all the time, you can't be nice. You can't turn the other cheek, man. These barbaric cavemen outside of the black community, even I'm gonna say this, even Pookie and Ray Ray and Glocktavius have more empathy, you know, in their blood than damn near anybody else. Don't nobody else empathize. Have y'all, like a lot of y'all who in heavy immigrant cities or y'all live amongst Brad and Becky and them people, like think about it. Who's really the most respectful people? Who don't say excuse me? Who ain't washing their hands? Who ain't, you know, who ain't putting their weights back at the gym? Who don't have any manners unless, you know, they say excuse me unless you don't move out their way and you don't show proper respect. Only people that's really moving like that is the Indians. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the Native Americans. I'm talking about the Indians. They the only ones that really have some type of hospitality, that have some type of you know, manners and shit like that. Real talk, outside of black people, that's it. That's it. When you go out there and you see these people, they don't say excuse me. They're, you know, they'll be in your way, walk by you, and you gotta like, hey, my man's like, what the fuck you doing? You gotta check these motherfuckers, man. So they always expect us to come with the manners. And that's one thing I will get a black community. You still will have black people, no matter if they beating up somebody mama, they still will come equipped with yes, sir, no, ma'am, or excuse me, my fault. You know, they still come equipped with that. Rest of these motherfuckers out here, they only come equipped with that. Very entitled, no empathy, no manners. These motherfuckers use the bathroom, take a shit, and don't even try to wash their hand. So they always asking black people because they know we come with mannerisms. They know we come with empathy and all that type of shit. They always asking us to be the bigger man or the bigger woman. Enough of that shit. Enough of that shit. Now, them days is over with. So I'm with Bud on this. Like, yo, I need at least 100 M's. And then when they come up with 100, I think I want 110. I think I want 105. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it, because at the end of the day, they drug this out with Bud. They drug this out with Bud big time. Excuse me. They drug it out with Bud big time. Like, come on. No catch weight, no redry. I just had to show up. I just had to show up. And despite all odds, short end of the stick, you tried to rob me. That's a great comment. I wasn't thinking of Mag. I can't pronounce Mag. I'd say Mag. They would try to rob Bud at all costs. Next, that too. Tried to rob him the first time. You know, if I'm Bud, I'm setting a steep price. You either got to be in Saudi, it got to be in Nebraska. I want this nigga to be the B side. I want this dude to be the B side. I want him to be the B side all day. I want him to be the B side. I want him to be B-side Cruz, Saul, B-side Alvarez. And believe it or not, Canelo only been the B-side versus versus Floyd Mayweather. I want you to be the fucking B-side. And that's word to the mother. I want you to be the B-side. Okay? And they tried to rob him this time around, but honestly, what else Canelo gonna do? You know, is he going to drop down in weight? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to try to do a catch weight with Conor Ben? Is he going to try to go up a weight class? And I don't know. Who would he fight? Really, you know, this is what he get for trying to avoid David Benavidez. There's nobody there for him to fight. Let's keep it real. Who was there for Canelo to fight to make a killing? You know, the Beaver rematch don't even make sense right now because you lost to Bud. So what else makes sense for him? Take away the Beeble rematch. You say, okay, let's do the what? Benavidez fight. Benavidez hit the brakes fast, but we already know the way Benavidez looking. He looking unstoppable. He going to destroy Canelo Alvarez. So at the end of the day, I mean, do we jump up to cruiserweight and try to fight Badu Jack? And then, you know, lay it down after that? I mean, do you look to go try to make a fight with Ben Whitaker? Try to get him before he gets to where he got to get to? I mean, other than that, who do you do? What do you do? No, nothing there. You fought Jaime. You fought not Diego Pacheco, but Edgar Berlanga. You ain't gonna fight Pacheco. Hazmaz Shiraz. I mean, come on, Charlo ain't no money in that. Shiraz maybe in Saudi they'd be interested into it. So him and Shiraz in Saudi, that might make the most best sense. But other than that, ain't no stars. Ain't no stars, bruh. A Lara rematch, that's off the table right now because Lara fighting Jenovic. I believe that's this week. You know, I believe that's this week. Let me double check that. I believe that's this week. And I ain't seen no promotion for that fight. Only thing I just keep seeing is Lamont Rose running his fucking mouth. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying this. Yeah, that's this weekend. So if Lara win, then maybe a rematch with Erislandy Lara may make a lot of sense. But other than that, I mean, you bring a Lara up to 68. I'm pretty sure Lara do whatever for that bag. But ultimately, Bud got him by the balls. And Bud should be very difficult. You know, and that's what Canelo did with a lot of guys. He fought a lot of these guys, show up for the weigh-in. You know, this dude to show up for the weigh-in, blow the weight off, you know, pay the opponent a couple dollars to change the weight. He do that for years. Look how he did Demetrius Andrade. Look how he did Jamel Charlo. Look, you know what I'm saying? It was plenty of guys he shook the spot and created 155 not to fight those guys. He been a hoe ass fucking nigga, man. I've been telling y'all that. Canelo been a hoe. I believe on a number of occasions, in my memory searching correctly, he changed the fucking weight at the weigh-in, right before the weigh-in. You know, they always got to pump up their fighters to be something that they ain't. That's just always what it is. They got to curve a scale, whether it was a PEDS, fake support, fake numbers. A lot of these, the networks don't really determine who to start. A lot of these promoters determine who to start. I guarantee you some motherfucker somewhere training in somebody's gym that really is the best fighter or one of the best fighters in the world, but won't get the opportunity to. That's a fact. They always put their money behind degenerates, you know, especially when it's no longer involving like the Olympics no more and the gold medal really don't matter. I think the last gold medal was Carissa Shields, and before that, the last gold medal was Andre Ward. I don't even think it matters. Like for them, they just put money behind degeneracy. Niggas like Adrian Broner, you know what I'm saying? They put this money behind these dudes. Like, what's the dude's name that look like Tank Davis who blew off the weight and feel it? Unprofessional ass motherfuckers. Real spill. They put a lot of their money behind unprofessional, retarded niggas where they could finesse them like Tank. They could finesse them out of their spot, uneducated. You know, he gonna be broke at the end of the day if he not already broke. They determine who to star and who not to star. They determined that. Canelo, he fought on like to contact. Well, a lot of his fights was on free TV for a long time, even before he blew up in Mexico. But if we was actually keeping it a bean about him, this dude he lost quite some fights without promotional companies, without commissions, without money. They can make basically what I'm saying. They can make anybody a star. They can make anybody a star. Just like they can damn near get anybody damn near to a title. You know, they pay motherfuckers. They can get anybody to be a star. Canelo is manufactured. Bud is an organic plant grown from the fucking ground with no pesticides, no GMOs. You know, he wasn't farmed, a fish farm. He was a guy that they didn't want to let in. He had all the abilities, the speed, the skill, the power, you know. And when you like Bud, you got to be perfect. When you was like Roy Jones, you had to be perfect. People forget that. Roy didn't sign to a major promotional deal. That's why Roy didn't have the pay-per-view dollars, and none of them promotional companies wanted to offer their people up. Once you don't get down with the boxing Illuminati, and you find a way through, they're gonna try to do anything they can to take away from your greatness, from the credit you deserve. Look how they did. They created a narrative about Bud, and people talk about being finessed by the media, and the media is smoke and mirrors, but y'all getting finessed by these very same media members, by the very same YouTubers, by the very same promotional promoters. All the promoters did was put roadblocks in front of Bud. They get paid these whole ass content creators or gave them access to fights as long as you speak bad about Bud. Al Heyman was doing more of that than anybody. Bob Arum was doing that and he was signed to him. Because he wasn't a yes man like Sebastian Fondora. He wasn't a yes man like Gervonta Davis. Because he was shrewd. You know, he was hard on the promoter. You supposed to be. You supposed to be hard on the promoter. You ain't gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it. Do your fucking job and promote the fight. They want to half-ass promote and be lazy and then criticize you for not speaking to the media or not doing this. I'm speaking to the same media that you telling to say fuck me. I'm speaking to the same media that you paying to smear my name. And a lot of y'all media members too weak to even understand what they was doing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all was too weak to pay attention to that. They was playing y'all the whole fucking time. These promoters, they dictate who they want to be there with the sanctioning belt bodies. That's why I say the whole thing needs to be destroyed. When I spoke on, that Dana White shit. Yeah, when I spoke on that Dana White shit, that's real shit. All these dudes, you think racism stop at $1, man? Hell no. Al Heyman hate his people too. Let me say that Al Heyman don't like black people. I don't have to hear him talk. I don't need the audio. I could just look at how he did his people. How he did Derrick James and had Errol Spence to blame for that shit. You know what I'm saying? How he did all his fighters, they got the same skin color as me as him, and they gotta wait for $1, allegedly. He still holding their money, not paying them, but Hector get paid on time, Brad get paid on time. You know, and rest in peace to Vanis Monterogin. Remember, Vanis Monterogin was granted his release from PBC too. But he wouldn't let Gary Russell go. People was telling me, "Oh, CJ, you lying about what happened with Gary Russell." I ain't got shit to lie about. Then niggas coming back, yeah, you was right. I know the fuck I was right, nigga. I know I was right about that shit. I know what I heard, bro. And I know who I heard it from. I told y'all he can't go nowhere else. Well, Gary sitting with Eddie Hearn and Gary talking, man. Gary talking to his fucking self. Gary will forever be on fucking Al Heyman's dog leash, even if that hoe 6 feet in the grave. Telling y'all what the business is, man, and how they moving. They determine who is going to be stars and not stars. Crawford is one of them dudes. Usyk is one of them dudes who broke through. Without Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know, damn near Usyk wouldn't have broke through. He was with Top Rank at first. You know? I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all be like, why this guy not a star? Man, they don't want these guys to be stars. You gotta buck you out your money first. Okay. You gotta be a yes man like Coon Bradley over there. You gotta put on minstrel snow like Garfield the coke sniffing cat. Real talk. You gotta be a weak beta male. You know, look at Sebastian Fondora. He just do whatever they say do. And the minute Errol Spence woke up and found out he was a melanated king, what they do? Put his ass on the shelf. He act like he coming back like he one of them bitches jumping in that double jump rope shit. Oh, you ain't jumping. And he know why he ain't jumping. He went against Master Al wishes because he a grown man. A grown man should be able to make his own decisions. If a grown man want to go out there and fight, he should be able to go out there and fight who he want to fight. And Al Heyman had a strange thing where he wanted to tell his fighters when, who, where, and where to fight. Like, man, I'm a man at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a man. I'm a fucking man. And that's what they was doing, allegedly put in the contract where they had to say, thank you, Al Heyman, and all this. Like, man, I'm a man at the end of the day. Real spill. And that's what I really don't think he really feel like what you see in the industry is a lot of these brothers, you know, like Diddy and all them, they feel like They know they can't crack the whip on Brad, no matter if it's Trailer Park Brad, on the come up Brad, or whoever it is. But they know they can crack the whip on their own people. They can't even go to Bollywood and crack the whip on them like that. That's why you don't see it happen like that. They don't even go to Bollywood and crack the whip on their people like that. They only crack the whip on their own people. I'm telling y'all, that's all Al Heyman doing. I'm telling you, his own people, bro. He fucked over every last one of them black fighters over there, damn near. There may be a few where he took some bussy from them. That was an even exchange, and I mean what I just said too. It may be a few that he did the bust down Tatiana on, and at the end of the day, they on good terms. Yo ass, for some cash. But yeah. They sit here and they want to rob niggas and do. It's promoters who stop Terrence Crawford. It's promoters who enable Canelo Alvarez. They can create. As long as it's enough talent there, they can create how they want to create, bro. I'm telling y'all, that's the God honest truth. They can make who they want to make a star. And Bud and Roy Jones, was just some of the guys. They were some of the guys that made it through the cracks. I know it's hard for y'all to believe that, bro, but I'm keeping it a bean. It ain't no different than Hollywood. They can pick and choose who they want to be a star. Every now and again, you can pick, you find an Eddie Murphy and they can offer him enough money to do. They done doing that. They done doing that. If you gonna get down and you gonna sell that ass or you gonna sell that cat or they gonna be able to butt break you, cool. If not, they don't care. Look at the writer's room in these movies they coming up with. The remake is the new original. See, they never say, hey man, we gonna put a stop to this movie because I think it's pushing the agenda. No. They put stops to movies that push masculinity, that push the real natural human nature. If you look in the Bible for hard enough, you'll hear a lot of that shit about an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. They don't want you to live by that. They don't want you to live by that, homeboy. They do not want you to live by that because that's the natural feeling. When somebody come there and do something and rob you, you should be able to rob them. That's pretty much what it is. In the Bible, it talks about being too nice and missing opportunities. You can be too nice. Don't be too nice. The Bible tell you that. See, a lot of people don't believe in the Bible for real because they always give you that flim flam in the Bible. Real nigga shit in the Bible. They said if you sleep with another man, upper room you go. Upper room you go. That's what it says. If you sleep with another, upper room you go. They don't tell you about the real shit. They couldn't take all the real shit out the Bible. They don't tell you about that, homeboy. My thing is Hollywood is demonic. Don't let your children join Hollywood. Don't join Hollywood. Be free. Even if you struggling and free, at least you free. A lot of these fighters ain't free, nigga. A lot of these entertainers ain't free. I'm telling you, a lot of these people ain't free. They trapped. All that money they got, it ain't even their money. It can all be gone. Kanye is a whole backdooria, two-way street, switch hitting dude who Bussy is owned by some small hat guy. All he do is complain about small hat people. That's because they took his manhood. And in my opinion, he been like that. Let me say that again. He been like that. Ain't nothing new about Kanye. Kanye been Kanye. Tell me I'm lying. Kanye been Kanye. A lot of these dudes, man, they pick and choose who they want to make a star, bro. Kevin Hart, no disrespect to him. He's a talented guy, but he ain't really that funny. We all know a nigga that we grew up with that's funnier than Kevin Hart. If y'all go to these comedy shows, the best stand-up comedians is never the ones you see on TV. The best stand-up comedian, these niggas been doing it 20, 30 years, and they never blew up. They might have had a TV appearance here and there, but they never, the best comedians, the most talented people in the comedy sector is never the people that you see with specials. Every now and again, you see a guy shoot his own special, you see a guy fun, but they never mainstream, bro. They're not mainstream until they give up the mainstream. You figure deal me. Ricky 245 salutes. Max said Bud should just push for 160 undisputed, call it a career 25. But then again, it's a lot of money. If I can get 100 mil, I'm gonna get that 100 mil. Bud can put that 100 mil up, and that could be for his kids. But I feel him. Bud only got the win on the cards because Canelo showed visibly that he gave up. He got beat to me. He got demolished. I don't care what they would have said. He got demolished. He gave up because Bud made him give up. Bud took 10 million in the first fight. He got more than 10. I'll tell you that right now. I don't know no inside information, but he definitely got more than 10. I'll tell you that right now. Earl Spence walked away with 30 when they fought. Well, he was supposed to walk away with 30. Him and Bud I got that on the phone right now. He allegedly only got 10%. I mean 10 million of that. But the rumor on the street, he got 30. So I'm thinking Bud got about 25, 32. So you think Bud walked away? Let's just say him and Earl, they both got the 30 ball. They split 60 million. You think he only got 10 for Canelo? Yeah, right. That motherfucker probably got 40. I would say he probably got about $40 million for that fight, if not the 50 ball. Al Heyman, like, did he screw his people over? He was screwed himself. Wanted to fit, but he ain't screwed us. He got out with a bank robbery. He got out with everybody bread, including Gayweather. I find it bizarre that Usyk don't get no love like Loma. I told y'all because he wasn't with Bob. Bob let him go. Bob is the one who mentally, hit y'all with the 2-pump special about Loma. I ain't gonna say Loma was nice. Loma was not. It probably a motherfucking Loma country that's nicer than him. I guarantee you it. Loma was nice. I met Loma in person. Loma's nice. I never take that away. He a hell of a Hall of Fame fighter, no. But he nice. You ain't gonna just go in there and whoop his ass, most people. But Usyk was way nicer. Usyk was generational talent. But Bob wasn't pushing that shit that he did for Lomachenko. Think about it. As hard as he pushed for people to get with Lomachenko, and niggas bought it. He pushed for Pacquiao, niggas bought it. But then when it came to Crawford, he ain't had nothing good to say about him. As hard as he backed Loma, he pushed against Crawford. Ain't gonna lie, this shit hit. This real watermelon water. It's got ginger in it. Only 2 grams of sugar. Yep. Well, 2 grams of added sugar, but shit hit. It hit. Allegedly Rob Floyd. I heard that too. He said Roy was also able to break through. He was unique. Well, he didn't break through on the pay-per-view tip, I don't believe, but he broke through on the he was an entertainment tip in the hip hop world. Eddie Murphy, my favorite, said, yeah, very talented, might be the greatest actor of all time. Black people don't give a damn, ain't no use to trying. Yeah, you ain't lying. Ain't no line. Shout out to M-Dub, KC. You from Kansas City. Y'all niggas ain't in the playoffs neither, just like my lines. I don't give a fuck about no football. That shit all fake. He said Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23, guard your heart. What Pimp C say? Keep a pistol, fuck a fight. These niggas jack every night. You ain't lying. Most of these niggas with a pistol can't fight. Just make sure if you got a pistol and you got to shoot it, especially if you ain't got no gun insurance, just make sure you can fight. Make sure you can fight. But yeah, let's move on, right? So hit the blunt twice and watch me switch a lane. Somebody had just replayed Can't Ban the Snowman. Jeezy the Snowman. We roll them fat like that Oprah. That was my shit back in the day. He said, how stupid can you be, Dan? Actually think for once. Let's see what Dan said. So Ryan Garcia had some strong words for Devin Haney. Bill is not his real dad. I'm his real dad. When you get an ass whooping like that from pillar to pillar, I'm his real dad, and that's facts. That's what Ryan Garcia said. So Dan Rafael said, juiced up on Peds, 4+ pounds over the contracted weight, and it was still a close fight on points wise, even with the knockdown. But okay. So this is what Ryan Garcia has to say. How stupid can you be that actually this is what happened when Brad is not on Hector's side. It really Ryan is Brad. Nobody really take Ryan as a Hector. But how stupid can you be, Dan? I actually think for once juiced up on Peds is so inaccurate for you as a reporter. It's sad. I wasn't 4 pounds plus overweight. He accepted the money and I was over. And he said, I quote, it didn't matter. He will still win. And lastly, the ref was saving him in there. At the end of the day, he was 4 pounds overweight. Even if he accepted it or not, you still couldn't compete for a world title. Therefore, you're still the same Brad Hector who never touched a world title, who never deserved to even compete for one. He said, yeah, you're a fat hater that can't help. You lost your touch, Dan. It's quite sad these days what you've become. And at the end of the day, where was the lie at? You were juiced up, and Dan Rafael clapped back. He clapped back. Blah, blah, blah. Real Devin Haney is a 3-division world champion, including undisputed title, and didn't have to cheat. Your ostarine levels were 60 times the allowable in New York. Maybe Devin dropped by you 3 times, but kept getting up, which is more than you against Tank. I may be fat, but I'm no sucker for your propaganda. You're still sore. I was 100% accurate on every single thing I reported about your positive drug test. You said I lied about. Have a blessed day. And it was no lie about it. And then he comes back and say, I'm sorry, you aren't accurate. Did you report the supplement I had trace of? No, the supplement didn't have ostarine. You is a fucking liar. Ryan Garcia is a fucking cheater. He's a liar. That's what it is. He's still out here trying to sell us a dream or trying to sell us a lie. You cheated. Not only did you fail VADA, you failed the New York State Athletic Commission. But I blame Devin Haney. Devin Haney shouldn't be talking about fighting this guy. If you was going to sue him, you should have followed through with the suit. It's not the first suit in boxing. It's not the last suit in boxing. Quietly, Crawford allegedly got some money out of Top Rank for a suit, and they kept that shit under wraps. Probably made him sign a non-disclosure agreement. He beat Top Rank, right? So that's the funny thing about it to me is where he's still trying to act like he didn't cheat. Everybody seen how bad he looked versus Rolly. Everybody and their mama seen how bad he looked versus Rolly. Everybody seen it. Everybody seen it. So what are we legitimately talking about? Come on, what are we legit talking about? If Devin Haney didn't say, hey, I want to fight this guy again, and I get it. You a man at the end of the day. You want to get your get back, and you want to get it back in the ring. At the end of the day, Shakur still wanted to fight him. Keyshawn still wanted to fight him. All these guys still wanted to fight him. Honestly, I wouldn't even pay no attention, bro. Honestly, I wouldn't even have paid no attention. I don't get it. I'd have moved on. I'd have sued him. I'd have moved on. And that's what it would have been, what it would have been. But, they chasing the money. Oh, it's a big fight. It's this, that, and the third. Dog, this first and foremost, he showed up to your first and foremost, he didn't even want to fight you. Let's throw that on the floor. First and foremost, this dude didn't even want to fight him. Let's not forget that. He did not want to fight him. I don't know how many of y'all remember that. He didn't want to fight. Go fight Richard Hitchison and do this, that, and the third. He did not want to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney kept forcing their hand to fight. All the writing was on the wall that this guy was going to cheat. It was. All the writing was on the wall he was going to cheat. Then he comes into the fight 4 pounds overweight. That's a lot of weight. Him showing up 4 pounds, that also indicated, see, this is what Bill and Devin, they just looking at the money. They don't look at. They just like, oh, we just need the money. He could say he fight for legacy. They fight for that bag. I fight for legacy. Now them niggas fighting for money. So he came in 4 pounds overweight. That's another indication to tell you that he didn't want to fight. Like he basically was saying, man, I hope this dude called his fight off. That's what with him coming in 4 pounds overweight. That's him saying that, hey man, call this shit off. That's what he's saying. You know what? They still went through with it, right? Right? They still went through with it. They still went through with it. Then he get to the fight. He get to the fight. And that happened to him. And that happened to him. All the indications was there. All the indications was there for Devin Haney not to take that fight. Before the fight, right? But day before the fight, and then obviously after the fight. They willed something that God that didn't put in front of Devin Haney. He took damage that he shouldn't even have had to take. Well, this is what happens when you only got your eye on money. Let me say it again. This is what happens when you only keep your eye on money. When you don't see nothing but $1, nothing but the bag, this is what happens. So therefore, he can act like it didn't happen, but it did. They can erase it. And then on top of that, what gives it even more nasty work is the fact that Eddie Reynoso had more and more people come and pop hot. He had more and more people pop hot. He had fighters that he sponsored. He had fighters with 5 or 6 fighters in his camp. Another fighter that he sponsored with his boxing his life. And really, it ain't no big deal. Ain't no documentary about it. All the media members are quiet about it. Everybody been paid to shut up. This is what I be talking about when I talk about the Hispanic protection. Had Andre Rozier had this going on. Had, John David Jackson had this going on with a number of fighters he was dealing with, black or not black. You already know what it was. You already know what it'll be. This is why I tell y'all, these promoters in boxing, they have racism. They have a racist mindset towards black fighters. Even a guy like Al Heyman, who probably think and operate like he a Brad. I'm telling you that already. Al Heyman ain't no real thing. He went out there and target black people in the music industry. He target black people in boxing, and he took advantage of them. He treated everybody else that wasn't the same skin color as Al Heyman. He treated them respectable. But y'all niggas had to wait. Y'all had to wait to get y'all money. Y'all had to get fucked over. Oh, y'all lost to a Lomachenko. Oh, you got to get in the doghouse. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you say you talk shit about me like Regis Progress. Bitch, you better apologize. And you better apologize expeditiously. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just look at it. A lot of these narratives that they're not talked about, especially with Canelo and Pez, think about it. When Crawford was with Top Rank, PBC didn't even acknowledge him as a champion on a television screen. When he came to their fight, I believe it was Wilder and Fury first fight, they didn't acknowledge him, but they acknowledged Jaime Munguia. They acknowledged Gennady Golovkin inside the arena. They acknowledged him on the screen, but they didn't acknowledge Bud, who was there. Think about that for a minute, bro. Don't none of these promoters, Eddie Hearn, just look how Eddie Hearn did Devin Haney. Now that Devin Haney ain't of use to him, he has nothing bad to say about it. Wait till AJ is no use of him. How much shit he started talking about Anthony Joshua. Mark my words. Wait till Ben Whitaker is no use to him. And talking about how much shit he talk about Ben Whitaker. How much shit when Jerron Ennis move on. If he moves on, he talk about Jerron Ennis. Ain't none of these people your friend, bro. If you a black man in boxing, Ain't none of these promoters your friend. And don't give them no nothing. Don't give them no break. I'm not giving you no break. You ain't invited to the after party, nigga. You the ops. All these motherfuckers is the ops because these the same ones that was on the zone. They was on Showtime. They was Canelo pop hot. It ain't nothing. It's universal. Let's say nothing about it. But a black person get in trouble, he has to universally talk about it. It's the same thing. It's the same shit. Ain't no way we sitting here, we giving Ryan a pass. No, he failed 2 different drug tests. Came in 4 pounds overweight. And then when he had to test for them 6 months, he fought Rolly, he looked like trash. Then they allow him to go in there and fight for a title versus Devin Haney that he didn't even deserve to fight for. Tell me I'm wrong. He didn't deserve to fight for that title versus Devin Haney. He didn't deserve that title fight. Then he pop hot. Matter of fact, he pop hot. Right? He blow off the weight in the WBC. He said all this racist shit, and the WBC said, we still love you. We still support you, Ryan Garcia. The WBA gave him a title shot. The WBA gave him a title shot. Come on now. Then the WBC coming off a loss to Rolly. Neither one of them should have fought for a title. Rolly or Ryan. They should have all the top 10 contenders in that WBA sanctioned the belt by all of them should have sued. All of them should have sued. Then he lose, and then he come back. He get the fight for the WBC title after fighting Devin Haney and blowing off the weight by 4 pounds. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is what I'm saying, bro. These promoters, they have a racial problem with black fighters. A lot of them sign these niggas to pimp these black fighters, right? A lot of them sign these black fighters to pimp these black fighters, right? And to hold them back from achieving greatness. But then again, what did Meek Mill say on championships? He said Kaepernick give, whatever they fuck over Kaepernick and they taking a knee, his teammates ain't saying a thing. Same thing, these black scared fighters. They'll talk shit about each other, but won't step to the plate and say nothing about all that oppression and the bigotry that's going down because they happy with the crumbs that they getting. And they think it's gonna be different. Don't none of these sanctioning belt bodies favor black American fighters, but they generate the most of the money. Don't none of them say, hey man, we gonna pay, we gonna get back to this gym. Hey man, he held our title for like 5 title defenses. Hey man, he been paying 5%, 3 or 5%. Hey, let's get back some boxing gear to the gym of his choice. Let's do some boxer clinics. And y'all notice that they don't invest. They don't invest shit into American boxing. Where do they invest into American boxing at? They take that little 3 to 5% from their sanctioning fees. They take that 3 to 5% from sanctioning fees, and they put it back into their own country. They put it back into they kids' pockets, send their kids to school. Don't none of them sit there and put no money back into the hoods and back into these black boxing neighborhoods. Why you keep giving them all that money then? If you need some money to get through times, why should you have to take an advance from your promoter, which they put interest on there when the sanctioned belt body been taking if you Deontay Wilder, you had like 10 or 12 title defenses. They've been taking your money for a decade. They've been taking your money for a decade, homeboy. This is the shit that I'm talking about. The IBF is stationed in the United States. Do they favor black fighters? No. IBA station right in Jersey. All they do is favor unknown fighters. That's what they known for. They favor unknown fighters. That's what the IBF is known. I mean, that's what IBF is known. They always favor unknown fighters you never heard of. From Uzbekistan to get Pakistan to the bike kickstand, it's never nobody that American fighter that they favor get it. It's a Kieran Turkachan, it's a Avina, it's always some weird ass fighter from overseas that you never heard of. It's always a weird ass fighter from overseas that you never heard of. What's sanctionable by WBC? They support their own people. They changed the drug testing protocols for their own people. Come on, they make it legal to pop the juice. The WBA, they sanction somewhere over in one of them Hispanic countries. That Paco dude who just got out and gave a seat. He put all his kids through college. They take all that money and go back to their fucking their country. But now their headquarters was in Panama, and they're supposed to be moving to Houston, Texas. So now the WBA is going to be moving to Houston, Texas. So apparently they say the reason for the move is to be closer to U.S. boxing community and support the sport's development. I want to see them do that. Their new president is Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. I want to see it. We all know what that means. They're going to support the Hispanic, American community. We know what that means. They take all this money away from black fighters and black boxers and don't put no money into the black boxing community. None. Where was their advocacy at? Even some weak ass shit like Black Lives Matter. How much money they get to Black Lives Matter? You say you want to catch a body, they want to find you, threaten to strip you. Come on. Where's the? Come on. Where? Tell me the philanthropy that they did, man. It ain't even philanthropy. Y'all made y'all money off the backs of black labor. You know what I'm saying? They owe some reparation to some of these black fighters, especially the Riddick Bowes and some of these fighters who fucked up and who ain't, who can't speak or they not doing well. Joe Frazier died living in an apartment above a gym. I think above his gym. Ain't no fucking way. All that money they make off the back of y'all black fighters, and they don't even give out candy to niggas on trick or treat. They don't even give out candy to niggas on trick or treat. Come on. But they take your 3 to 5%. Come on. They give you 3 to 5% and they give it to their own people. Come on. Come on now. But y'all can't wait to put that green belt on. But they let Ryan Garcia miss weight, disrespect the belt, get a sanction shot that he didn't deserve versus Devin Haney, pop hot, call y'all the N-word, say F George Floyd, all this other racist shit. And then they allow 2 Hispanic boxing sanctioned belt bodies, allow him to fight for both titles. Come on. I'm not the biggest Al fan, but wasn't Stevie Kim and them niggas calling him the Black Hitler over there, N-word and all types of shit? Why are they still on the Ring magazine? Why they still got a podcast supported by niggas? Why do niggas still have him on their channel? I don't fuck with that shit, dog. If you want to be in the music entertainment industry, of course you got to move and shake with racists like Stevie Kim. I get it. You know, you want to be next to them. You want to, you want to bust down. You want to bust down for Brad Hollywood, small hat. I get it. I'm a respectable black man. Straight up, and I ain't perfect. I ain't moving this man. So eat a dick. I don't want to be around you, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care what you say. These are the same people that can go around calling people racial slurs on wax behind the scenes, on there, and niggas still sign with them. Every person you see sign that's affiliated with Golden Boy that look like me, they fucking stop their career. They sabotage their career. Stop me when I'm lying. Come on, Charles Conwell get upset. The dude that upset him get a title shot at the very next fight. Damn. I guarantee you with fucking Charles just it's eluded me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's the brother's name? I just feel like I just said it. Charles Hadley. Is it Charles Hadley? What's the brother's name? Shit, he ain't even ranked. He's gonna fight Charles Conwell, excuse me. Yeah, he ranked number 11th in the WBC now. I don't see him ranked anywhere else, right? Guarantee you, had he beat that Hector in the ring, he wouldn't have got no fucking title shot the next fight. And I'm just keeping it a bean. But then again, y'all cheesing putting on their titles, putting on the green belt, the black belt, the red belt, the burgundy belt. Y'all cheesing putting on their titles. But the minute they get an opportunity, you alleged to do something, or the minute, or you don't do it when they want to do it, they strip you like Rigondeaux. They strip you like Charlo right before you fought Canelo. But they let Canelo hold up a whole division. And it paid back to David Benavidez. They stripped Dimitri Bivol when he shouldn't have been stripped. Where's the consistency at? But if they pay to let you keep the title, you can hold the title, especially if you holding the title captive from black fighters. They allow Keith Thurman to hold the title captive. So you niggas can't achieve greatness. Let's keep it real. Black fighters need to delineate away from this current boxing community. I'm telling y'all. Go do your own thing. Go get with Magic Johnson. Go get with people that care about the sport. You know what I'm saying? Paulie got money behind him and did it. And start your own league, man, where y'all can at least have a pension, or y'all can have health care, where y'all can have people that care about. They can set it up where people can care about what y'all doing. Why keep getting money in the rat race? At the end of the day, you ain't no different than a lot of these players. You ball in until you fall. As soon as you lose, you break a leg, or you lose 2 fights in a row, or, it's up when you broke. Then you want to speak like I'm speaking. How about make the sacrifice right now? If y'all say them belts don't make and break me, they won't. If y'all, give each other the game and be like, hey, look here, man, this is what we trying to do. They can't stop y'all. I guarantee you it. If that's the case, have Hector and Brad create their own leagues. All the brothers, the Jamaican brothers, the Haitian brothers, the African, all of y'all money you can invest to find talent and growing y'all league. At least y'all have had equity and had legacy on something. Y'all don't need them, bro. They taking y'all money and they building their own communities. They fattening their own pockets, bro. Y'all should go do the same. Start your own league. Might start off with 10, 15. It's always fighters out there to be had. Y'all ain't fighting nobody no way. Let's keep it real. You ain't fighting nobody no way. Come on. They might go to 50, 100. Y'all do your own fight dates. Paulie did it with Pro Box. Shit, why don't y'all do it? Y'all don't need, these promoters don't do nothing but take the money from the network. That's it. Y'all can find out how to set up venues and do all that shit, bro. I guarantee you it. Now, none of these sanctioned belt bodies support you at all. They support their own. Let them have their own league. They can computer all it up. They can juice it up. They can Paco jeans, Wrangler, Nike Cortez it up all they want to. 6-ring Jordans all they want to. Allow them to. I guarantee you our league will succeed and their league will fall. And it will prove my point that this whole, Hispanic, so man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. All that shit is smoke and mirrors, bro. Y'all do your own thing. I guarantee y'all shit gonna be lit. Nobody ever said, I can't wait to go Canelo fight. Niggas, man, that shit is a facade, bro. Motherfuckers been losing money on Canelo. That shit is a facade. Canelo fights ain't lit unless he fights somebody that's black. That shit is a facade. His fights be mundane. Come on. His fights be mundane. I'm telling y'all, man, get your own shit, man. They pipping y'all hard. He said black people do give a damn. Ain't no use to try. Okay, I spent that one. Hold on. He said, I don't know how anybody can fight around an Olympic style drug because they care more about the money. And then when the money ain't there no more, they want to complain. Oh, you ever heard all these old niggas behind the scenes talking about niggas they fought on steroids and he was on steroids when I fought him and I can prove. Nigga, you should have said that shit before you fought him. They care more when the money gone. All of a sudden, you start seeing morality come in. When the money gone, you start hearing about morality. I guarantee you it. When they broke, when they behind the scenes, and they all of a sudden morality kick in. Russell, what's going on, bro? Black Jericho salute. Garcia pop high, then fights back-to-back title chain. Yup, even off a loss and blowing off 4 pounds in weight. Johnson salute. Shout out to CJ. I hope Bud get all his money for all the years of bullshit. Facts. He said, yup, and they let Benavidez go with no drug testing too. That motherfucker didn't take a deep breath all night. F all that. They allowing these Mexicans. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, when you let a motherfucker slide, for a minute, they gonna keep sliding. None, nobody gonna say nothing. They too pussy to say something. A lot of these niggas probably they know they cheated and they be having extra money under the table and sign non-disclosure agreements to cheat. I'm telling y'all what it is, man. Telling y'all exactly what it is. A lot of these dudes doing under the table shit. And they say, okay, man, he gonna pop hot or he on this, but hey, we'll pay you this. These niggas, I'm telling you, these niggas allowing these niggas to run in their asshole, bro. A lot of these niggas allowing these old small hat Peckerwood Heyman ass niggas to run in their asshole. I'm telling y'all, bro. I promise you this, bro. They allowing these niggas to go up their back door, bro. So you think they won't allow to get cheated, bro? These niggas is hams, man. All these boxers is hams. They don't stand for shit. They don't speak on shit. But something happened let's say Mexico had an earthquake. These niggas don't pray for Mexico. I sent the case of water, but won't send shit back home when they got disasters. And I don't respect them, bro. I don't respect 99.9% of these hoe ass boxers, bro. Then when they go through a situation, they want to ask niggas for help. I don't respect them, bro. I've been telling y'all these some hoe ass niggas from day one, bro. I've been saying this all the time. I've been saying this the whole time. Because I've been doing this since 2012, bro. Even probably a little bit before that, I've been doing this. I've been set up the interviews. I've been set them shits up, bro. And I can't do this. You ask people, man, come on. And they shuck and jive and they smile with you and come on. Act like y'all cool and shit and act like, yeah, you my favorite fighters. Come on. And then as soon as your black ass turn your back, you a nigga. You ain't got no fucking allies in box. I'm telling y'all, man. Been in it. I've been in it over 10 years, bro. Probably more closer to the 15 mark. I'm telling y'all how it is behind the scenes. Miguel, salute. He sounds the WC about to let Matias slide. Man, so what's new? He Hispanic too. Afro Hispanic, but Speak Small has the owner of the bar stool was called a name for small hat people, and they had the guy who said it arrested. But look at all the shit he said about black every day. And these niggas like Pat. What he said about Patrick Beverly? He said Beverly is if Beverly is caught, if he is guilty for what he did, he gone. He said a bunch of racist shit, and Shannon Sharp sitting there chucking and jiving with him. That's why I said them dudes that's in music entertainment, bro. We gotta, man. If it come down to like the survival of the fittest, we gotta put them down. No, they can't be in our foxhole. They can't be in our communities. They got to get put down, bro. Actors, actresses, we got to put them down. Damn, man, I'll slide with Pookie and Ray Ray before I slide with them. They are compromised. They are compromised. That's why I went so hard on Diddy. Like, you a black man and you did more harm to your people, all because Brad turned you into a butt buddy. Like, get out of here. You chose to let Brad slide in from the side, nigga. That ain't got nothing to do with us. But you wanted to impose your will on your own people. I don't respect that, bro. Any person that sit there and they only treat their people bad and treat their people like trash, but then, smile with Brad and heck, man, hell no, I don't fuck with you. I'm telling y'all, if it really came to the survival of the fittest on some in the world of pop, I'm not, man, athletes, entertain, I don't care. We got to put y'all down and take y'all artillery and shit and keep it moving. What was in Zombie Land when Bill Murray, they took over Bill Murray crib? He didn't mean to kill Bill Murray, but hey, Bill had to go. He had to go to that upper room. Bill Murray had to go to the upper room. Telling y'all, man, them niggas is compromised, bro. These rappers out there, yeah, I sold the brick, clapped the nigga yesterday in my 6. Them niggas been bent over, bro. I had homeboys that went to them parties and shit and tried to get on and shit. Nah. I'm telling y'all, man, hardest trap rappers, gangster rappers, them niggas, man, all them dudes. Especially the ones that just have an infatuation with homosexuality. I ain't saying, B-O-O-N. I ain't saying to me, come on, man, them niggas, man, come on. Oh, he just broke through the industry. Yeah, he broke through okay. He broke too okay. I don't see eye to eye with you all the time, but you cooking, champ. Shout out to Thug and D. We ain't gotta be see eye to eye to be over here. Shit, love the disagreements. He said, "Yup, that's as long as it's respectful, y'all. That's small head from Barstool, David Ponye or some shit like that. I know exactly who he is. Can fish it, but he this should get that's Brad. I'm telling you, bro. No, the majority of people you're gonna run into." And I think that's what makes like us growing up, like anywhere you grew up, where you have people that play the dozens and y'all can play the dozens and it don't break out into a fight. Those are the strong people that can cap and play the dozens and talk shit. You and your friends group, y'all can make fun of each other's life situations and shit. I ain't make the team. I gotta y'all can make fun of each other and have a good time, like because y'all not sensitive. One thing about Brad's sensitive. Everybody's sensitive. That's one thing about they don't understand how we so strong under all these circumstances. The slaves will still make jokes and still make songs and still have joy in their eye and a gleam in their eye and be picking cotton and be getting slapped and whipped on. They were so strong. These people ain't strong like that, bro. You can't even take a joke. I wouldn't even mind if some shit popped off where the world came to an end or coming to an end and niggas said, man, I would enjoy that. Because a lot of these people, we don't need men or what's the real masculine? I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be survival of the fittest, and a lot of males will not survive. Women will survive off the fact they got a coochie. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of males would be food. A lot of males would be fooled, bro. They will be absolutely fooled. They say tell your boyfriend to do 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups. I want to see like a lot of niggas will be fooled, bro. A lot of these dudes, they can dish it, but they can't take it, bro. He said a good amount of them, a very good amount of them are blades. That's a fact. A high amount of them dudes in the industry is blades, bro. They cannot eat at my table, bro, unless they had a history of being down, bro. You got to have a Kyrie type of, current history or something like that. Or Chris Mills, I don't know his new name, no disrespect. Somebody like him. Craig Hodges. Niggas like that. Like that tend to, but the rest of them all weird ass niggas. Absolutely not. They're absolutely not. I'm good. Like, nah, bro. All them dudes in that industry for the most part is compromised. Be trying to tell y'all, bro. These boxers showing it to you every day. These gonna be the same ones complaining for you to come, buy their memorabilia, buy their plastic belt, support they autograph signing, get 100 to sign an autograph because they broke. I'm telling you how this about to go. Telling you. But that's all I had to say, man. I ain't gonna be too long. I got any other questions? I answer them. We chilling for the day. Damn, the Rams getting their ass whooped by Bryce Young now. But yeah. Other than that, man, shit. He said, and a side note, I'm tired of all these single mothers on these damn dating apps. Go find your child's father. Now, where else they supposed to find bitch niggas at? Single mothers is dead, bro. Like, I don't even think niggas using them for recreational use no more. Single mothers is cooked out here, man. Yeah, go find your father. That's one of the fastest growing. Like, I think that's growing faster than anything else. I think there'll always be simps. It'll always be simple-minded ass niggas. I get that for sure. But I think one of the fastest growing things that men are not doing, men are not dating no more, and men are not entertaining single mothers no more. They all disingenuous, bro. So you don't get, like, if a single mother don't bust down for you almost expeditiously, she useless. She useless. If she don't bust down for you, like, if it just ain't a bust down, like, I just want to hit it real quick and keep it moving, it's useless. It's not a real relationship, bro. It's a bust down and be gone. That's it. And then that could be trouble for you, baby daddy. All of a sudden you start hitting the baby daddy, want to come back and do. I'll be good, bro. Like, you bust them down and that's it. Like, you meet her at the club, at the bar. It's just when y'all get together, it's a bust down. That's it. They don't even understand. They don't have no value other than bust down. Stop smoking crack. Stop wearing your Timbs when you doing pull-ups. Y'all niggas in New York, I bet y'all gyms smell like corn chips, Fritos, and Doritos and ass. Niggas, yeah, I got my construction son. I did. I run 20 miles of my construction on the motherfucking treadmill, son. Yeah, B. I jog 20 miles. This shit stank. Fucking treadmill, mat all tore up from Timberland boots and shit on there. Yeah, son, I got my metal torso Tim boots, but they motherfucking son, they fucking son, they motherfucking son. You don't need me, make custom. You can't even find these on the site, son. I got the custom Timberland rear wing mortar torso boots, son. Word to the mother. You can't even find these, son, at Red Wing, son. You can't find these at Dick, son. I'm telling you, son. I draw backwards in my Timbs just because the police tried to get me because I got my toast, son. Yeah, son. I ain't talking about bread and butter like beans, son. Oh my goodness. Hilarious, son. Yeah, I mean, son, when I go to the gym, son, I put Timberlands on my feet, son. Also put another two Timbs around my neck and do my pull-ups, son. He said, yep, some men are starting to wake up. They lied and just to try to use you. I seen it before. She looking for yep, facts. I seen the story, bro. Where dog didn't even get an invite to the fucking graduation. She invited, and he paying for the school and everything. He didn't even get an invite to the graduation. The daddy who owned, yeah, it's a man sucker shit. Bitches already disingenuous. It's hard to find a genuine woman. No, I was at the white people gym and can't even pronounce that. They probably had Tim's on too. Them niggas had Skechers on. Y'all see the Joel Skechers? One thing about working out at white gyms, they don't be washing their hands. I be like going in the bathroom, pissing and shitting, and I'll be like, oh man, no, they don't be washing their hands, bro. And then I notice a lot of people at them type of gyms, they don't put their weights up. And I ain't saying like if you benching like 3 plates, you take 2 off, 4 off, and leave 1 on. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying you gotta take all of them off, or if you deadlifting and like you got 4 plates on, you take 2 or 3 off, or like these motherfuckers be like sweating on the yoga mats that they got there, and they don't hang them back up, they don't clean them. Like niggas is just nasty, bro. It's my biggest pet peeve is when I see a woman use a machine and she doesn't wipe it down. It's like, bitch, you're nasty. You're a nasty bitch. You're nasty. And I just say the gyms be nasty. No, like every gym that I attend to now, time to time it could be 4, but mostly 1 or 2, right? Right now. These niggas is so fucking nasty, bro. That even at work, people be nasty. Like, I'm not shaking your hands. Said beef and broccoli, son. Like they nasty. That's my number 1 pet peeve when I see a bitch use a machine, a treadmill, and they don't wipe it down. Like you're a woman. These nasty niggas, I get it, but you're still a nasty nigga. Like niggas is nasty, bro. I'm telling you, bro. People are so when you out in them neighborhoods, bro. They are nasty. They are fucking nasty. Niggas are always hating. I got a better New York accent than you, son. He said Brooks running makes great. I prefer Hoka. Brooks just don't look stylish to me, bro. The iClouds look straight. I thought about buying a pair of them. Brooks is like, they look like orthopedic shoes. Brooks look like nigga, Brooks is not stylish. Like some Skechers. That's in the Sketcher like shit. That shit ain't even fly. Brooks look all old, and Brooks look trash. I've seen a couple Brooks. You know what I'm saying? But Hokas, I only really buy Hokas, but I don't think about buying a pair of iClouds. They look kind of straight, but Brooks look like some old nigga. Listen, like they smell like Biofreeze. They smell like Biofreeze. He said they got Equinox. I'm pretty sure. I don't need to go to the Equinox. I think they got one like in West Bloomfield. I'm not far from there. I want to say I drove past it. I do Lifetime before I did there. They basically buy the same price and everything. They basically the same price, I believe. Yeah, it's one in Bloomfield. I think I drove past it. Yeah, I think I drove past that shit. Where is that shit at? Hold on. That shit really ain't got a great gym. A great rating. Yeah, that's not far from me, but it ain't close. That's like going towards like Troy. I drove past it and I was going to Troy for a birthday dinner not too long ago. Yeah, me personally, bro, I probably would fuck with the Lifetime because you got to think about it. Like, let's just say I was single, whatever, like that. Like, most of them, like, if you was just in there having, like, yeah, I guess you would use it for the connections you make with a fluent man that has something. I think that's what you would make it. That would be the connection. If people don't understand what the Equinox is, it's like an upper echelon gym. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this. So I'm trying to just get to the photos. There we go. It's an upper echelon gym. And the reason I heard about it is I heard a woman's kind of talking about she was talking about going to find rich niggas there. That's what she was talking about on the internet. I'm like, I never heard of it. And then somebody explained to me what the Equinox was. And this is his private gym. And I think Coach Greg Adams was talking about it too. He used to train a chick up there and a dude up there. And he said, you know, he was in the best shape of his life. And his client was fat and all the bitches was on his client because he had bread. So most of the times, you know, most of the women in there, I don't know for sure. They usually, from what I hear, looking for dudes with money. So you would just go here for the amenities. I think the membership is anywhere from 180 to like 250, 260 a month. At that point, I would just pay it all up front, to be honest with you. I'll stack some bread if I was a regular person, play it all up front. But for me, what I understand, I like Lifetime a little bit better. You know, Lifetime is like one of them gyms. You know, you can spend a lifetime in that motherfucker. It got so much shit to do. But I mean, yeah, if you looking in there just to clap rich bitches' cheeks, like shout out to you, but they only look like only rich chicks that's gonna be looking for like you in there is like old rich chicks. Like you might have to pop up the lube. You looking at bitches like 40, 45, 50, you know. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't one of my gyms is not too far from this one. It's closer, but not too close. But yeah, he said also a sweatsuit and ASIC calmed. I like ASICs. I had a pair. I just threw a pair out. He said, you got me rolling. That's the realest New York accent ever. Niggas always hating, bro. I need to join the Economic on Live Day. I heard they good fire. This one got 3.8. I mean, I don't really see the point. My cop, them clouds. He said, what about Nike? I don't really get into Nike running shoes. I'm not a Nike running shoe guy. His rate was so depressing when I visit, nothing ever, nothing like. Depends where you go. Like I said, it depends on where you go. Like I said before, niggas go, I'm in Detroit. You somewhere not nowhere near Detroit. It depends where you go. I don't live there no more, but I'm not far. But it depends where you go. So, like I said, if you in the house all day, of course it's gonna be fucking depressing. If you somewhere on the outskirts, of course it's gonna be depressing. But no, where was you at? That's the great question. But like I said before, I don't blame you. I wouldn't step off the porch neither. Yo ass to get capped. If you in the hood for real, you in the city, anywhere in the city, yeah, you get capped real quick. Yeah, be happy it was depressing. If you don't know how to move for real, you ain't gonna make it. But shit, nigga, that's a bunch of shit to do. I don't do it, but shout out to you. Because I pretty much did everything. But that's my opinion. And the food here was on point. Well, here, yeah. Oh, at the Equinox, yeah, I ain't eating at the gym. The smoothie bar, yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, 180, 260. That shit better be fire. That bitch better come with one piece of pussy every month, one head every month. From the bitches up front. Hey, she said what's gonna gym I go to, bro. You can tell all the dudes that work there fucking them. You can already tell that. I wouldn't even take them serious. I wouldn't even take them serious, bro. I know one of them chicks married. I'd be like, I already know they didn't pop one of them on. It ain't the most in shape, nigga. You could just tell. You can tell. Some dudes can tell. Some dudes can't tell. Some dudes can't tell. Sometimes you can tell, bro. He said them crackers online praying Shador don't win this game. Yeah, I'm kind of following it. He missed Jerry Jeudy for a touchdown, though. Damn, that'd be up if he hit that shot, hit that play. Yeah. Of course, he 10 for 14 right now. Of course they is. I mean, I don't know. He said that's at my job. Most of the hoes fucking at the job. That's true. That is true. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's why women be like, I'm happy single. Because they like, if single meant not fucking, they would be miserable. They're not happy regardless, but that'd be miserable. That's when I hear I'm happy single. Man, somebody clapping on it. I'm about to clap. I'm about to cut some video. I seen some most treacherous shit on this bitch this weekend. I just really been chilling, but I seen some treacherous shit. I seen some treacherous shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna get to it though. But I appreciate y'all. Hit the link in the description. Join the Patreon. Peace.